Okay guys, no one panic, but the massive Battlegrounds rework, revamp, whatever the hell you want to call it, is happening. Just got announced, so this is probably one of the biggest changes Battlegrounds has ever seen. So hyped, dude. Are you ready for the biggest Battlegrounds update to date? Hell yes, dude. To start, we're introducing a new keyword, Avenge, that does something after axe-friendly minions die. So after a certain amount of minions die, Avenge is a new keyword that triggers. They're replacing 37 new minions and adding 2 new heroes. I hope they're also taking out heroes and removing and nerfing heroes, because that's a really big issue in the current meta, so we'll see about that. Maybe they rework tokens, which is also an issue that is a lot talked about, but we're gonna cover all of this in the next podcast episode. They've made fundamental changes. Whoa, what? We've added a damage cap? Oh my god. They've added a damage cap of 15 damage until the first player dies. That is that's insane. That means that you can only take max 15 damage until one person in the lobby dies, which means that if you're on 16 HP, there's no way you can die if no one in the lobby died yet. Meaning you could do power levels, you can do super greedy stuff from that point on, and you can't like get one shot by both anymore. So this is both good, but it could lead to some things that I'm worried about. It also increased turn timers so that everyone has time to get familiar with the new content. The length of turn 3 to 9 have been increased by 5 seconds, so even longer turns in the early game. That's a little bit annoying, but it makes sense because they're introducing new stuff, so we get time to read all the things, and I assume they're gonna reverse this change after like a couple of weeks once people know all the new cards and heroes. So everyone will start fresh with this updates, as ratings will be reset with the 21.2 patch. So another MMR reset. It's just a visual one, not a hidden MMR reset. I've made videos on this in the past, so I suggest you check those out if you want to know how MMR works. But basically your number is going to go down to 0, but you can climb back up. So Avenge is new. The length has been increased a little bit in the early game. Prizes are disabled. Thank god, dude. Prize lobbies. I actually just recorded a video about prize lobbies, and I'm happy I won't have to upload it. I made a meme video about it as well earlier, and dude, I'm happy that they're gone. Ratings reset, damage cap introduced. Players with Battlegrounds perks will now be more likely to be offered the new heroes during the 2-week early access period that follows their initial announcement. In every lobby during the 2-week early access period, the option to play with new heroes will be distributed at random between players with Battlegrounds perks. No players will be offered more than 1 new hero, so you should see most new heroes in your lobbies if people decide to pick them, because they're offered almost every time, I think. Okay, new heroes. So let's go. Master Nguyen. I don't know how to pronounce that. Power of Storm. At the start of every turn, choose from 2 new hero powers. At the start of every turn, choose from 2 new hero powers. So every turn he gets a new hero power. So every turn you'll have to choose a new hero power. It's kind of like a Finley on steroids, and this is massive. Wait, there's no way that this also cycles Reno, right? If this hero power can also get stuff like Reno and broken hero powers, then this hero is going to be massive. I don't read anything. I think it can be every hero power, and then this is going to be really insanely goddamn good, man. If we got Karil Roam, Conviction, rank 1. Give a random friendly minion +1/+1, upgrades at Avenge tier 3. Then Conviction rank 2, give 3 friendly minions +1/+1, upgrades at Avenge tier 5, and then give 5 random friendly minions +1/+1. And this give a random friendly minion +1/+1 is really bad, and only at tier 3 you give +3/+3 for 1 gold, which is pretty fine. Compared to Adwin, it's like whatever. It's actually kind of a bad Guff. You can compare it to Guff on tier 2. I don't think that's good. I think only at rank 3, once you're at tier 5, giving 5 random minions +1/+1 actually seems really bad. If I compare this to heroes that we've seen in the past, like Guff, if you compare this to Katoon or Edwin, it's just not good. Sorry. And now new minions. So they've replaced a shitload of minions. Let's go over this, and I might make some new videos very soon to talk a little bit about how everything is gonna work. Leapfrogger is a 2-star 3/3 beast. Death Rattle, give a friendly beast +2/+2, and this Death Rattle. Oh, that's really interesting. That means that when it dies, it's gonna give a minion +2/+2 or a beast +2/+2, and it's gonna get a Death Rattle. So if that beast dies, it's gonna chain over. So if you're full board of beasts and like a golden Leapfrogger, it's gonna just keep on bouncing that Death Rattle. It's like a permanent buff. So let's say you have 3 beasts. Best case, it bounces and bounces and bounces. But if there's value trades and every beast dies, it's kind of bad. So it seems like a good, actually a pretty reasonable tempo option that could have potential to snowball if you have full board of beasts. The Death Rattle could bounce multiple times. It's not something you can build a comp around though. Wait, maybe with Macaw? Wait, what if you do like a but then you can't have tokens. You can't have beasts that summon more stuff. Yeah, it is interesting to think about. I think it has some potential to maybe be like a mid-game comp, but it doesn't seem like it'll be a late-game thing. Sewer Red is a 2-star 3/2 beast as well, so they're replacing 2 beasts on tier 2, it seems like. Death Rattle summon a 2/3 turtle with taunt. So actually there's a lot of stats. A 3-2 says summons a 2-3. Compare that to stupid kindly grandmother, which was a 1-1 that summoned a 3-2. That's a massive upgrade. So I think it's just a good tempo option for beasts. I don't think it's gonna be anything special. The fact that it summons a taunt is also kind of relevant. Bird Buddy is a 3-star 2-4 Avenge. So if one minion dies, I think, give your beast +1/+1. So if one minion dies, this gives beast +1/+1. I wonder if this could be the new beast comp, where if a beast dies, you just give +1/+1. That seems like a mini bad gold run though, because if this can get sniped, and I don't know, you need multiple of these, because I think Avenge only triggers once a turn. It doesn't chain, otherwise that would be kind of broken. I think it doesn't change, right? If Avenge stacks, so every time a unit dies it triggers, then this is going to be massive, but I don't think that's how it works. So it's just +1/+1 to beasts. It's like a spawn somewhat. Reanimated Rattler is a 4-star beast. It's a 6-2 battle cry. Give a random friendly beast. What? Holy shit. Give a random friendly beast reborn. It's a battle cry. So you play this, if you have one beast, you give it reborn. And I mean, it seems like there's a lot of Death Rattle stuff, synergies here. So you could do like leapfroggers. Yeah, what if you just have these guys, you give them reborn, and maybe you have like Bird Buddy. And it seems like a mid-game comp that doesn't really scale. It seems like beasts are still lacking stuff, but it's a cool concept though. I like it. I just don't think it's gonna be very reliant. I might be missing some stuff though. And here's the Pale Scale Crocolisk, a 4/5 beast on tier 5. Avenge 2, so after 2 minions die, and Death Rattle, and after it dies, give another friendly beast +6/+6. So instead of board-wide buffing, this is like a gold run, but on specific beasts. So if beasts die, you're gonna give +6/+6 to 2 other beasts. It's like a Mama Bear comp-ish. Like if after a beast dies, if summons a beast, is gonna get +5/+5. Now, you need 2 beasts to die to get +6/+6, and this needs to die. So it's kind of iffy. You can't really taunt this if you want this Death Rattle to trigger, because then the Avenge is not going to trigger. It does work with Macaw, but it's only one friendly beast that it hits. So it's a weird mix between Mama Bear and Cauldron, and I'm not sure what to feel about it. We have a beast that summons taunt, so that's relevant now, because that beast that has Death Rattle summons more taunt, so that could protect your stuff more, and you could get like a comp that scales. So it seems like more of a tempo-ish thing. And that's it for beasts. We'll see what they removed in the end, so we know what is still in the game. Demons got a new tier 1 demon, Impulsive Trickster. Death Rattle, give these minions a maximum health to a friendly minion. So Death Rattle, I think this is Fiendish replacement. Fiendish gave its attack to another minion. Give these minions max health, so after it dies, it gives them max HP to another minion. So instead of attack buffing, it's now going to health buff. Okay, health is better early game, so I guess this is way better than Fiendish. It's also a 2-2 instead of a 2-1, so I think this is an upgrade over it. And Icky Imp is a tier 1 1-1 Death Rattle summon to 1-1 Imp. So I guess Weaver Comp is dead because those are 2 new demons on tier 1. So no more Pinkman scaling. Now we just got this 3-3 on tier 1, I guess. Impatient Doomsayer. 3-star 2-6. Avenge 3, add a random demon to your hand. So if 3 units die, this is gonna add a demon to your hand. Okay. So it's like a Pagel, but maybe better, right? Because actually it's kind of massive. You have to play a 2-6, but if you have at least a full board and you make sure all your stuff dies, you could generate 2 units a turn. Maybe even 3 if you have a bunch of tokens and taunt stuff. So this can generate a lot of money, and it adds demons to your hand, so it's going to give triples. The more I think about it, the more of a problem I think this is going to be, because this doesn't just give random units like Pagel, but demons specific. So you can build your demon comp. If demons is good, we'll see if demons will be good. We'll see what they get, but it's going to get you triples. It's going to get you things that you're looking for. I think this could be pretty massive. Katra Natir. What a name. Tier 4 7-5. Your other demons have +3 attack. Your hero is immune. So it's like a Mal'Ganis on tier 4, but it gets +3 attack instead of +2/+2. Okay. Yeah, I don't think too much of this, sure. And now we have a tier 5 demon. Taunt. After you play a demon, consume a minion in Bob's Tavern to gain its stats. What? After you play a demon, consume a minion in Bob's Tavern, so you can play whatever random demon, and this is gonna eat something in Bob's Tavern. So this is the demon scaling. The only issue I see is that it is gonna be a 1-unit Andy. You're gonna have 1 big unit. But whenever you play whatever demons, if you generate demons with those other guys, you play them, this is just gonna eat random stuff in the shop and gain those stats. That's also a lot of RNG. It seems again like demons have this only so far as scaling. which is a bit we'll see about it, because you have to buy and play demons, which is also very expensive, and you might not even get massive buffs out of it. Anyway, here's a tier 6 demon. So Imama is gone, a 9/5 at the end of your turn. Each friendly demon consumes a minion in Bob's Tavern to gain its stats. At the end of your turn, every demon that you have on the board is gonna eat something random from the shop and gain stats. So you're gonna end up having an empty shop and a board that buffs a little bit passively. Okay, it's a cool mechanic that you get stats from the shop that you eat, but I'm a bit scared because the other demons just don't do much. Oh wait, is Big Fernal still in the game? We don't know what demons are still in the game, because I see they changed this tier 4 demon. If it is, then maybe it could work, because then you just actually play demons. You can scale up the Big Fernal, you scale up this tier 5 dude, and you have this Firebat. Like maybe I'm overlooking the potential here. Max, okay, Pubbot is the new tier 1. It's a oh god, a tier 1 Divine Shield unit. Not again. There's a reason why they removed the Defender, the 1/1. Well, I forgot what the name was. I call it Defender, but the 1/1 Divine Shield Taunt Protector, something like that, because it was problematic with heroes that have like temporary powers. Like maybe Yogg would be an issue with that. Edwin could be an issue. Things that like Dancing Daryl, but they were reintroducing a Divine Shield unit on tier 1, which is a mech, which means you can just like buff this and you're gonna be like insane. So this is really strong. And then Mikano tank on tier 4, so they didn't touch the tier 3 and 2 stuff, it seems. So the Deflectable stuff should still be a thing. Avenge DOES, so 2 things need to die. It's a 6/3, deals 6 damage to the highest health enemy minion. So if this dies, it's gonna deal 6 to whatever has the highest health. That seems really bad, because that could be a Battle Master, or that's just gonna be like a very chunky unit that 6 damage doesn't matter into. You rather deal 6 damage to the least healthy units, because that way you are just gonna snipe off important things on the board. Maybe that way you can value trade, like if something has 50 attack and still 5 HP left, you rather snipe that, so that way it doesn't attack into one of your big boys. So actually this is not that great of an effect. And now that I look at it, maybe Avenge does re-trigger multiple rounds, because this would be pretty shit if it only triggers once. It's just like a worse bot, or like a bomb. It's kind of a bomb then. So maybe it triggers multiple times, and then oh, do we got our Jungbot comeback? Greasebot. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, give it +2/+1 permanently. We got a Draconid that's permanent. So Draconid is a 3/6 dragon that whenever a minion loses Divine Shield or a friendly minion, it gets +2/+2. Boulevard gets +2 attack after a friendly minion loses Divine Shield. Now this is permanent, so after a minion loses Divine Shield, 2/1 permanent is massive scaling. This is actually an insane unit. Imagine if you get a tier 1 mech and then some Deflectabots, maybe a module, and then Greasebot. Dude, mechs seem like they're gonna be oh no. I see Holy Mackerel. Okay, it's not the old Holy. Oh no. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain Divine Shield. No. Ah, come on, dude. Holy Mackerel was removed, for those of you who don't know, because it was broken. It was a tier 6 8/4 that whenever a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, it gains Divine Shield. But it was a Murloc, so you could give that poison. So you had like a poison Divine Shield that could regain Divine Shield almost infinitely, because you can taunt 2 Holy Mackerels, they can bounce off each other, you can have a full board of Divine Shield units. It was broken. Now we have it from Max, meaning it doesn't get poison, but you can still taunt us, and you can still have Max all have Divine Shield, so it's gonna infinitely get. Dude, this was a mistake. I'm calling it. Max is gonna be a mistake. And we got Omega Buster. That will summon 6 1/1 microbots. For each that doesn't fit, give you max +1/+1. So if this dies, it summons 6 1/1s, but it gets +1/+1 for each one that doesn't summon. The issue is that if you taunt this, you give your board at best +5/+5 total stats. Is that worth it to play a unit just for +5/+5 on your board? Maybe. It seems like it's an okay unit, but it's not something you build a comp around. So the mechs clearly have their package. Mechs are already strong. Now you have even stronger things to add to that, like even more scaling. So mechs are a good late game tribe, actually an insane tribe. This 6 drop is kind of useless, but holy shit. Murlocs. So they get a tier 2 3/2. After you play a Murloc, give 2 other friendly Murlocs +1 HP. Oh, that's cool. So this way you can like cycle Murlocs and you get additional buffs. Right now it's like a big spiky composition. You find brand lookouts and you just board wide buff. But now you can just cycle some Murlocs or play some Murlocs and slowly buff up your board, I should say. Swolefin, tier 3 4/2. Battlecry, gave +2/+1 for each other friendly Murloc. This is going to be a high attack, low HP Murloc, which is generally pretty bad, but you do have this which buffs health. So I do see some synergies here. You do need a whole board of Murlocs if you want to play this. I don't think it's gonna be. It's Murlocs. I don't know. It's not gonna be great. It's gonna be okay. S.I. Selfin. It's a tier 5 Murloc, a tier 5 2/6 Avenge 3, so after 3 Murlocs or 3 units die, give a friendly Murloc poisonous permanently. So you don't have to find toxins anymore. This guy is just gonna toxin your entire board for free. This is something that you just play and remove later, right? Like you don't need this thing anymore if your entire board has poison. So this is, I know how to feel about this. It's like a couple toxins packed into one card and then you just sell it. Okay, sure. And Seafood Slinger, tier 6/5/5 Battlecry, make a Murloc golden. It just makes a Murloc golden. It doesn't say return to hand, so you just golden a Murloc, but you don't get a discover from the triple, or you don't get the Battlecry effect. So it's not even that good. You can make this dude golden. This dude doesn't do anything golden. You can make this golden. I actually don't think this is that good, right? What am I missing? One Murloc on your board would you want to make golden? I guess you could target things on the shop. It doesn't say on your board, so you could target a Murloc in the shop and make it golden. That's good. Okay. I figured it out. So you can hit a lookout in the shop, then get a bunch of battle cries. Okay, and the discover from it. So okay, I'm reformed. This is a good card now. Now dragons. So they got a tier 1/1/3 after you upgrade your tavern tier, double this minion's attack. So it's gonna be a 2/3, then it's gonna be a 4/3. It's like a Glyph Guardian somewhat. It's basically a dragon spawn lieutenant until you go to tier 3, and then if it's on your board, it's gonna be a 4/3. So it's get better as you level, but it's not something that you want on the board for long. It's just an okay tempo option, I think. It's not gonna be too great though. Whelp Smuggler. After a friendly dragon gains attack, give it +2 health. So if you attack buff a dragon, you're also gonna health buff it. So this thing would get +2 HP is okay. So if you hit this guy into this guy, you're set because you're gonna get +2 HP every time you level as well, which is very specific combo to hit though. And this is not a good card that you want on your board. Gosa, at tier 3/4/4, this permanently keeps enchantments from combat. So if during combat you have like a spawn or you have whatever buffs that you could give that are usually not permanent, this thing is gonna keep that. That's really cool. So it's a tier 3/4/4 that is gonna scale with whatever board buffs combat things that you have. That's a cool concept. I like that a lot. It's a little bit scary. I don't know how scary. Right now I can't really think of too many early combat buffs that are in the game. There's Ritualist. Ritualist actually works really well with this. There's Spawn. There's higher tier stuff, of course. So I could see this being played, yeah. Promo Drake is a tier 4/5/5. Start of combat, give adjacent minions +1/+1 for each friendly dragon. It's like a reverse Razorgore on tier 4. Tier 4, that's massive. So instead of tier 5 where you get +1/+1 for each dragon, you give adjacent minions. Wait, that's insane. That's double Razorgore actually. This thing is a double Razorgore because it gives +1/+1 twice. The thing is, I don't think it's permanent. It's at start of combat, and combat stats are not kept, so it is like double the size of a Razorgore, but it's not gonna be permanent. So it's actually not as good as I thought it would be. It's a big spike if you have a dragon board, but yeah, it doesn't keep the stats normally. Unless start of combat works different now. Prester's Pyro Spawn is a tier 4/3/5. Whenever another friendly dragon attacks, deal 3 damage to its target. So if a dragon attacks, you're just gonna deal 3 additional damage, which, okay, it's like fine, but do you really want to play a 3/5 on the board for that? Probably not. It's more a tempo option, I assume. So I think this one is gonna be whatever. Pirates, we got a tier 2/3/4. After you upgrade your tavern tier, add a random pirate to Bob's tavern. So you just level and get one more pirate in your shop. But this thing isn't a pirate, and you only get one extra pirate every time you level. This seems kind of bad. It's just a 3/4. I think that sometimes has some benefit if you go to tier 6 and look for allies. I don't know. I don't think this is just a mediocre card. So we saw this one already. Briny Bootlegger, tier 3/4/4. At the end of your turn, if you have another pirate, you get a coin. So you just get a coin every turn. It's like the what's it called? The 3/3 Death Rattle on tier 3 that gives you a coin on Death Rattle. This just gives you a coin at the end of your turn if you have at least one pirate. So it's kind of the same, but it's a pirate, so it can be buffed and stuff like that. Peggy Brittlebone. After a card is added to your hand, give another random pirate +1/+1. So after you buy something, dude, wait, but APM stuff, this is insane. So Hogger, now you pick this guy, and every time you buy something, this is just gonna give +1/+1 to the pirates on your board, so you find more scaling for Hoger stuff if Hoger is still in the game. It's kind of cool. I like this. I think it's gonna be okay. And just add it to your hand, so even if you don't have Hoger yet, if you generate cards or coins or whatever, you're gonna get some stats. So now the synergy is also clear. I like it. Don't need 2 Tusk, a 4/6 pirate, Avenge 5, so 5 things need to die. Make another friendly pirate golden permanently. Whoa. So if you go through combat and 5 things die, you'll make something random or a random pirate at least on your board golden. You don't get to discover, it's not in the shop, so it's just golden, but that doubles the effect. So whatever pirates you have, you're gonna just get double effects for free. That is really sick. And if you have 2 of these, they can make each other golden. And it's gonna I feel like this is a very snowbally comp. If you have some of these, your entire board gets golden, you get so much gold and stats and you explode. And Nosy Looter, we also saw this, that at the end of your turn, or at the end of every 2 turns, you get a random golden minion in your hand. So you need to wait 2 turns and you just get a random golden in your hand. Okay, pretty slow. So this one is less snowbally, but I guess if you hit it, you could maybe high roll. We can see some good clips of this generating a golden whatever, and that's going to be on Reddit. One thing that I want to see is a card that doubles the at start of turn effects, because I've seen a lot of cards with start of turn effects. So if there's a card like a Baron maybe that doubles the start of turn instead, that could maybe turn into a cool comp or something like that. So we got Smogger, which is a tier 3 Battlecry elemental. Give a friendly elemental stats equal to your Tavern tier. So if you're Tavern tier 3 and you pick this up, you can give +3/+3, which is good. That's a lot of good stats. Like most buffs are +2/+2 on Tavern tier 3 and even Tavern tier 4. So giving at least +3/+3, maybe +4/+4 if you're higher up, or +5/+5 is pretty good. And with branded stacks. Dazzling Light Spawn, a tier 4/4/5 elemental. Avenge 2, so 2 things need to die. Elementals in Bob's Tavern have +1/+1. That's like Nomi on tier 4, but on steroids. 2 things die and you give +1/+1. So during combat, you're gonna upgrade the elementals in your tavern. So you don't have to roll and cycle elementals anymore. No, if you just have a board of elementals already, or no, you don't even need elementals on the board. You can play this guy and just a random board of whatever. And then you're just gonna give your elementals in shops +1/+1. Yeah, again, I don't know if Avenge stacks, so all of these things are very subjective. If it doesn't stack, it's only +1/+1 in turn, which is pretty bad. If it does, so if Avenge triggers multiple times, then it's massive. So keep everything that I say with a grain of salt. It's either broken or either bad. Recycling Wraith, tier 4/5/4. After you play an elemental, your next refresh goes 0. So if you have this on the board and play an elemental, you're just gonna save 1 gold. So basically it's somewhat of a Hoger, because with Hoger you buy a pirate and gain 1 gold. Now you buy and play an elemental and you gain 1 gold essentially, but not 1 gold that you can spend. You only get the gold if you roll. So it's a little bit worse. But the thing is, you can't go infinite with this. With Hoger, you can have 2 of these and then you generate 2 gold. With 2 of these, that doesn't stack. So it's just a strictly worse version. I think it's okay, but I don't think it's like a must if you play elementals or anything like that. Master of Realities is a tier 6, a 6/6 taunt. After a friendly elemental gains stats, gain +1/+1. So if you somehow buff your elementals, however, this is just going to get +1/+1, but it's not an elemental itself. Again, this is just going to be a pile of stats. It starts off as 6/6, it could grow really big, but stats loses to poison. Generally, units that get really big just aren't that great because they could lose to a lot of stuff. They lose to Divine Shields. This has no tribe. It can't get a Divine Shield unless you play Selfless Hero. Yeah, seems a bit meh. And slow as well. Now Quillbores, we got Gem Splitter, tier 3 2/3. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, gain a Blood Gem. A new way to generate Blood Gems, that's pretty cool. With Divine Shield, so you could generate multiple gems a turn. This is actually pretty sick. Let's say you play Shaker comp, you have like guaranteed maybe 4 or 5 gems a turn if you have a full board of Divine Shield max. Who knows? And now neutrals, okay, this is gonna be fun. A Budding Green Thump. Tier 3 1/4. Avenge 3, so 3 things die. Give adjacent minions +2/+1 permanently. I like these permanent skills thingies. This is a neutral, so again, you could play this in any comp, but 3 things just have to die and you give +2/+1 to your units on the side permanently. I think that's pretty good. It's a tier 3 1/4, and if 3 things die, it is a 4/2 added to it, so it is a 5/6. Tier 3 5/6 is good stats, so if just 3 things die already, it is worth the cost. It is already a good tempo unit. and it has potential to keep on scaling every turn. So pretty good, I would say. I think it's gonna be kind of massive if you have 2 deflectopods, put this guy in between. Yeah, I could see it. Witchwing Nest Matron is a tier 4 3/5. Add a random Battlecry minion to your hand. Oh boy. So 3 things die and you get a random Battlecry. So Battlecries can be from any tribe. I don't think it can be from any tier. Usually all these effects are from your tier or below, although I would not be surprised to see bugs in the first few days of this patch. It's a massive patch, so we're definitely gonna see bugs. We've seen some other effects like this, so it might in some cases be higher up, but usually it should be your tier and below. Yeah, whatever. This is just gonna get you some battle cries. Updated minions, so they also changed stuff. Arm just got -1 HP, but it still gives +2 attack permanently. Arm is still a good card, and that's the only nerf to cards. I think that's fine. I don't think there were too many nerfs needed, except for the Flectobot, but hey. Unless they removed it. Let's go to removed units now. This is also going to be really important. So yeah, the demon stuff is gone. Phoenix Servant and Vulgar Homunculus. Micro Machine, which was a really good tier 1 mech, is now gone, but it's a Divine Shield 2/1 mech now. Warlock Tide Color, that's fine, and Dragon Spawn got replaced by that better Dragon Spawn. Pack Leader is gone, Kindly Grandmother is gone, Steward of Time is gone, Wax Rider Togwaggle, South Sea Captain, and oh, Ritualist is gone. I talked about Ritualist earlier, how it would work with the guy that gets like permanent stats from combat. Now there's less of those cards, so maybe the dragon is a little bit worse than after all. Yeah, Wax Rider, like all of these I think are good changes. Just South Sea Captain I don't really get, because it's a really cool pirate card, and it fits the archetype and it makes pirates decent, but whatever. Also happy with the tier 1 changes, by the way. And tier 3 Arcane Assistant, so the 3/3 elemental, I guess +1/+1 is gone. Imgang Boss, Infested Wolf, no, my boy Iron Sensei. Iron Sensei was such a fun card. It's one of my favorite mechs, so it's sad to see Iron Sensei go. But I can't complain because we got so much more scaling on tier 3 now. Mechs got so much better scaling and stuff, so I think it's fine. I think they had to remove Sensei, otherwise the tribe was going to be too strong. Angry Dragon, oh, the curse is gone. Bloodseal Cannoneer, Warden of Old, so the Death Rattle that gained 1 gold is now gone, so probably because of the pirate being introduced. Crystal Weaver, the demon buff, and Torn Collar, which was replaced by the other guy that generates more blood gems. So all of these kind of got power crap. Like Iron Sensei, there's a bunch of better Iron Senseis now. There's a better elemental buff now in tier 3. There's a better Torn Collar on tier 3. There's a better Warden of Old, so I feel like they power crapped a lot of cards, which is kind of scary. Then tier 4, Vermin Sensei, the beast buff. Hexrune Marauder, they just added that unit and they already took it out. Kind of sad. I think it was an interesting card. It made power leveling really fun and exciting, because if you hit this, you have like a big boy that starts scaling. But yeah, Jungbot is gone. Rest in peace, Jungbot. But we got a better Jungbot, so who cares? Toxfin is gone. What? So this explains tier 5 unit. You can no longer find Toxfins, or you can no longer poison your Murlocs. The only way to get that is by getting the tier 5 unit, having stuff die, and then getting random poison. So poison is harder to get, meaning that big units or big stats matter again. Meaning we're back in a tempo-ish meta. Stats matter. So you don't really... Battle Master is going to be good now, unless someone goes through the effort of getting Murlocs, getting the tier 5 unit, and trying to roll poison. I guess Spore is still in the game, unless they removed that. We'll take a look at that soon. And Maexna and Amalgadon. But okay, that's actually a massive. Herald of Flame is gone. Kiraji, so no more stupid taunt combs that just kill people on the spot. There's damage caps anyway. It's kind of sick. No Kiraji. Okay, Bolvar is gone and Security Rover is gone. Diamond tier 5, Sneeds is gone. Nat Pagel, so no more generation from Pagel, but Pirates have enough generation by now, I assume. Goliath is gone. Direhorn is gone. Mitregs, they removed Mitregs. That's very sad. I liked my boy. Malganas and Faceless. Oh, I thought Faceless was such a cool design. I really enjoy Faceless because you have to spend 3 gold on nothing, right? Like you get weaker and you only get rewarded if you hit your triple or if you hit a good pair. So I thought the risk reward was really fun and allowed for some cool games. So now you're gonna see less tier 5 and 6 triples. Faces allowed for more triples as well, so less high rolls. I think I still liked Faceless, and same with Mitrex, so I'm kind of sad to see those go. The others again are kind of fine. And tier 6, wait, they only removed the boats and Gore. So elementals don't have core anymore? Okay, they still have Lil Reg and Nomi and things like that. And no boat for pirates. Okay, it's a lot to unpack. That's the end of the patch notes. There's no bug fixes mentioned, so I'm kind of sad. Yeah, that's everything that there was to talk about. with Battlegrounds. This patch is going to go live tomorrow if you watch this video, the 31st, so maybe you watch it on the day it goes live. I'm on HysteriA Craft. I'm gonna, after this video is done, just think about this. I might push out some more videos about these tribes, about what the meta might look like. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new and want to catch my thought on these and you want to see, you know, what I think and how this thing is going to evolve. Maybe give these some ratings and try and predict what I'm going to do tomorrow, because MMR resets, I'm going to grind. Everyone has a level playing field. I'm going to go for the highest ranks. I'm going to try and crack the meta as soon as possible. And I'll be live, so if you want to see me play this patch as soon as it drops, if you want to, I might even live stream me theory crafting, so make sure you follow me on Twitch as well if you want to catch those things. That's enough plugging. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. It was a long one, but this is one of the biggest updates ever, so hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.